This is a Headgum podcast.
I just want to have like wild and cute ideas and kind of get the dopamine hit from having an idea.
Yeah.
And then move on.
I'm kind of online being like, I'm texting Megan at odd hours being like, I finally found a good hat blank.
Yeah,
It's from
exactly.
this like manufacturer.
Exactly.
And then
Whoa.
she's like, awesome.
If that isn't Megan, I don't know what
But
else
Naomi's
is.
designing my merch for my solo album right now.
Mhm.
I meant to
and
send
we
you- I
were
have
working
something
on
for
it the
you.
other day, and
Mhm.
like I would give them something that I wanted to start on,
Be like, no.
or like they'd get an idea, and then I would immediately like
Move on to another idea. And I'm like, I'm not done.
You're like, hold on.
Yeah.
Hang tight in there.
Well,
yeah.
just because they actually care about like
That's also you, though.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
like,
You're-
I'm gonna
you're
airdrop you
done.
5 photos really quick, and I'm already working on
I'm just
something
like
from
maybe
before.
we can just
Yeah.
it's more about the vibes.
Anyway,
So let me talk to you about that.
yeah,
I have some ideas.
No,
yeah,
absolutely.
truly,
Genuinely.
yeah, I would love
All
to.
right.
And then are you going back to New York?
Yes, next weekend. Aw.
Which
Kind
is
of sad
home.
that you live in New
Yes.
York.
I know, it's just random that it worked out like that. But that's also where I'm from.
So it's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I bet you I'll be back here. is
That's
what
how
I
I feel about
you
LA.
will.
I feel like it's random.
Yeah. Where are you
But it's
from?
because
Suburbs
of
of Chicago.
these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Suburbs of Chicago.
We're
and then
West
my
Coast.
mom
Yeah.
and my
Yeah.
sister live here too now.
Oh, really?
So I'm like,
You're kind of here.
And then I
Yeah,
have 2
perfect.
cats.
You're locked in.
You found
Well,
I'm
you
a
could
little bit
move.
locked
You
in.
could move the cats, but
I
we all know
could.
it's traumatizing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, imagine flying with 2 cats.
God
Like, they are
damn.
not seeing
No,
another
it would have
city.
to be a
No
cross
way.
country trip, but I feel like they hate the car too.
Yeah.
They hate everything.
They're
I
good
would
here.
say
and
the
you guys live
plane
here.
probably. I've seen people take some cats on
Right.
flights.
You can't do it alone, though,
No.
I think.
And
to
I
me.
and I'm single.
And you're single. And that's okay, by the way.
That's totally
There's
fine.
nothing wrong with that, by the
Yeah.
way.
There is nothing wrong with
But
that.
nothing fun.
Yeah.
She lied.
She lied.
It can be like
convincing.
crazy to be single. Sometimes it like rocks so hard and you're like, I'm doing it. Like, I'm just me, girl.
Are you like a dater?
Yeah. Say more on that.
Okay.
Okay,
do
that's
you like
fine.
actually go on dates? Like, do
Yes,
you use the
I do.
apps?
Sort.
There are
Mhm.
some friends of mine,
Mhm.
like, you know about like the concept of limerence?
Mhm.
like-
wait, say more.
Limerence is like
It's
go
like
ahead, you can define it.
Some
It's
people would say
so
that it's
helpful.
like a subgenre of love. I think some
Yeah.
people think it doesn't have to do with love. I also
Oh.
think limerence has had like a moment
Yeah.
It
on
has.
TikTok.
It has.
Yes, totally. It's kind of
Um,
like an obsessive crush, right? Where
Yeah,
it's like,
a romantic
yeah,
you're
yeah.
obsession.
Okay.
and it's a lot of it is like
Fantasy.
projected fantasy, like
Yeah.
yes.
It also like really flourishes in like certain circumstances where
Mhm.
you have
Distance.
like distance or like intermittent assurance,
Yes.
like assurance that like you can't rely on, but is there enough to
Yeah.
keep the fantasy going?
Yeah.
What do you,
That, like,
what do you
something could-
mean by that?
Like if you're hooking up with someone like every 3 months
Yeah.
and like sometimes they don't text you back,
Right.
but sometimes
I mean,
they
it's the
do.
gambling structure,
Yeah.
right? Like the thing that's most addictive is like
that sometimes you win.
yeah, sometimes you win, but
Mhm.
you don't know when. It's not reliable or irregular. Like
Okay.
that just happens to be the thing that our minds go completely nuts for.
Mhm.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I have realized that like some of my friends
Mhm.
totally know what I'm talking about
hmm
when I like express this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've had that with this person, this person." Like
Mhm.
they know.
Yeah.
And some people really don't.
Do
quite
people actually
know.
not know?
I'm like, I've definitely had
I
that.
think
at
everybody's
least,
had that
at
at least
least
once.
twice.
I
Mhm.
think we are a subgenre.
I do think a lot
Do you
of gay.
think it's
I think
an
it's
artist
gay.
disease?
I think we are
Yes.
gay.
I think it's gay,
and
to be
mentally
honest.
It is
ill.
gay.
Well, because
Anything.
it's gay, like when
It
you're a
is gay.
kid or whatever, it's like
Yeah.
that's the only thing available to
Yeah,
you.
totally.
Yeah,
usually.
Totally.
are impossible things.
Are totally
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah. Gay
Right.
people
it's
are
so
sick.
like right.
we are.
we're
Yeah, we are.
toast.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it media?
Mm.
What do you mean
I think
by that?
it's like,
Like-
it's art. I think art is to blame. I think songs are probably to blame and movies.
Yeah, I mean, I
no,
think
I
it-
thought
I think
about that
it's
so much when we were
romanticized.
working on the second album.
Mhm.
I was recovering from like a bad relationship that was like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm part of the problem.
Mm,
Like I was
mhm.
really obsessed with like
Yeah.
I'm making music
That's
that
so you though too.
I'm just so obsessed. It's that song. Like no one ever told me leaving was the easy part. Oh, it's so true. You guys like completely nailed it. Like it's such a good song. I love the music video.
Oh,
you guys
that's
rocked
sweet.
it.
Oh, God,
Sometimes,
thank you.
I mean, like, God, actually having the power to leave in a situation like that.
Sing it.
Yeah, acapella.
Yeah,
We'll
listen,
each do our parts.
I think there have been some acapella
Yeah,
versions of
I
Stay
Yeah,
watched
Away.
them.
there have been.
Yeah, people like
Nor'easters.
Yeah, the Nor'easters.
Yeah.
Shout out.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're
Yep.
so cute.
I know. I literally I love the song. I watched like a bunch of versions of it. You know
Hell
why
yeah.
I learned
Shed a
it is
tear.
because actually Natalie did it once at karaoke. And
You told me this, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Did she nail it?
Tore. Like
Wait,
it was
what
so
the fuck
good.
is it on a karaoke machine?
Yeah.
That's
That's
fucking
so funny.
rules
Yeah.
so hard.
I really like. I suggest it as a song because I feel like
It's a really hard song.
No,
vocally.
but it's really dramatic. Do you think it's like dramatic, but because of how low my voice is, I think it's achievable.
Yeah, but that
It
the
is.
belt is hard.
The belt is hard.
Yeah.
You
And
can,
how many
range.
like how you at the time you're
There's not a lot of breathing.
It's
room.
breathing.
It is hard.
It's a breathing challenge.
It
for sure.
is.
Breath-
You're high if
breath
you don't think it's hard.
Okay.
You
can do hard things.
Yeah.
My
Ba,
little musician.
ba, ba.
Yeah, so good.
Sing it.
That's awesome.
We once did a
yeah.
kazoo performance of all of our songs. where
Really?
we each
You really
played-
loved that.
We were given kazoos.
It was one of the funniest things
Mhm.
ever, but we each played our own parts on the kazoo.
We basically
Like,
did
us and our-
acapella,
Yeah, we
but
did
yeah.
acapella, but
We
we were
It's
kind
kazoo.
of like a little bit high from a live show. Do you ever like have a good like
Yes.
exploration
Yeah,
live
yeah,
live
yeah.
and then you're kind of just buzzing?
Yeah.
You're feeling a little
And you're like,
silly.
I can do anything.
I can do anything, and
They'll
anything
love
for
it.
us was
Everybody will be
doing the
loved.
songs on a kazoo.
It was so fucking funny.
You did it live at the show.
No, we did it live
to
for each
ourselves.
other.
I see.
We did it for each other.
Yeah, we
in
did
the
it
bus.
afterwards.
But it was like us and our bassist.
Wait,
and
imagine
our-
we
yeah.
go back on stage after.
Like, like for
We're
the
not
encore.
done yet.
Everybody's kind of leaving. You're like,
People would expect that of us on the podcast, though, for sure.
What?
To do some bullshit like that.
Do you tape your
Open
live
palm.
episodes
Yes.
so as to capture the magic?
we do, and then we release them on our Patreon.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's what I'm
that.
talking about.
We definitely need merch for the
Yeah,
Patreon.
what do you-
That's major.
What are you
need
doing?
stickers.
Bro, it's like we are not business people. And it's funny because
Creatives.
to be in.
I got you. I'm here to help. You
Yeah.
need stickers. You need for the $10
Wait.
tier.
Stickers.
We're gonna make it happen. Stickers with quotes. It's huge.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get you on
What are,
Okay.
board.
what are some of the best quotes that have happened on your podcast?
Well, we have it because our podcast is structured around like ideas. So we can
Okay.
have like
Great
the
way to structure
ideas.
things.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be like that.
So major.
Oh my god.
Shutting down.
I'm literally like,
What?
I go to sleep when I'm overwhelmed. Does that happen to you?
no.
you
When I'm overwhelmed,
have-
I actually like stay. It's like I stay the fuck up.
Okay.
And basically, like I
That
don't
sucks.
like sleeping is so hard to come by for me.
Really?
Sucks. Or do you
Yeah.
like it?
No,
Are
I
you
just
okay?
no. Well, yes, I'm totally fine. But definitely I like have struggles.
This is
Yeah, and let's keep that in for sure.
What's an average night for you?
Well, you know what?
Sleep-wise,
I
clocking in.
almost always go to bed after 2.
Okay.
I
Oh
like,
my God.
That's also
Yeah.
New York City.
yeah.
That's New York City.
Well, it's funny because I was like, I come to LA and I'm like, good. It's like the jet lag. It'll help me go to bed early. It's like,
Doesn't.
no way. Like
Yeah.
I'm up until 2:30.
I love
Okay.
that for you.
Yeah, it just works because I
Yeah.
like to kind of skulk about as well.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
like 2 hours of skulking time every night.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is what does that entail for you?
You know, room to
Pacing.
room, pacing, watching like
Fidgeting.
decreasingly good like YouTube videos. Like I'm just
What do
like,
you watch on YouTube?
oh my
is
god,
it-
it's really like clips from cartoons.
Oh.
Ultimately,
Interesting.
it's like that, and then like
Whoa.
massage videos.
yeah. Okay.
It's like those two
Um,
genres. It's like Family
Is it
Guy.
like ASMR
Yeah,
massage?
yeah,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of.
cool.
like Family Guy best moments.
Yeah,
Or something
Roger
like
from
Wait.
American Dad.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, this is
what
kind of my
is-
composition.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the massage video like?
Totally, and it's not sexual. I want to say that.
Is
it's
it motherly? I like those.
It's kind of like it's honestly people
The ones
doing
that are
like
I'm gonna put you to
tutorials.
bed.
Well,
Oh,
It's people
different-
being like, but they're kind of in a relaxing way. They're like, I'm gonna show you like, this is the occipital ridge, and you really just want to get right up.
Do you do
in
it to
there.
yourself?
No.
Oh.
I'm literally sitting in bed watching them like. But I also now try to not have my computer and phone in bed.
Screen time.
Do you think you'd be better? Do you think you're better at giving massages because you've?
No, but I'm
No.
better at getting them. That's really
Absolutely.
what I'm learning.
Yeah.
And I always read before bed. I want to say
That's
that.
good.
I do too. I
Yeah.
love it.
It's awesome.
It also-
That doesn't put you to sleep?
Yes, that actually
It's
has.
the only thing that works.
I've
I
been-
can't even do it. I fall asleep so fast doing it.
You get through like
Yeah,
half
yeah,
of
I
it.
get
yeah.
like half.
My sleep is actually better now, and it's better because I also don't have to wake up early for anything.
Great.
Which is amazing.
That is
I
amazing.
love my life so
Blessed.
much. It's crazy.
Highly
cool.
favored.
So now my schedule is usually like 2 to 10. It's like my
Yeah.
sleep schedule.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah.
I think that's super like chic.
Yeah.
I think it's New
Totally.
York.
Super chic.
It's very chic. You're right.
I wish I was like up late at night, like having ideas and working on art.
Where you guys
Sometimes I
are
do.
midnight.
I'm earlier than that, honey.
I'm way
Really?
early.
Yeah.
Way earlier.
I mean, last night I went to bed at like 9, but that's because
You had a
the
stressful
long
previous
day.
night I went to bed at not even 2, like 1,
Mm-hmm.
1:30, and
Yeah.
that was really crazy for me.
Yeah,
That will
yeah.
ruin my life.
That
I'm
would
not
be an
kidding.
early night for me.
I
Yeah.
go to
Very
bed.
different.
I go to bed
lesbian
between,
culture, gay culture.
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm up independently of my culture.
What are
Uh-huh.
you doing?
At
What
least
are you
until
doing?
at least until 1,
then
between
what
12
time-
and 1,
Then
Yeah.
what time do you wake up?
8 or 9.
Oh.
I sleep in.
It's not
Yeah.
quite
If I
enough
can.
hours for me.
I need a lot of sleep, and I also, my girlfriend wakes up early, and also I just don't sleep in anymore. I can't.
Right.
the
My
other
body
day,
says no.
the other
Uh-huh.
day I had an experience where I was like, "Oh, it's 9. I have to get up." And then I thought it's actually Saturday. I don't have to do
I
anything.
don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And then so I rolled over and I went back to sleep and I woke up an hour later and I was like, "Oh my god, it's 10."
I'm like
and I
on
was
a
like, I don't have to
weekday
do
getting up at
anything.
11:30.
I
Yeah,
Like,
I went to sleep and I
Once again,
literally
I
woke
think
up
that's chic.
ultimately at
Yeah.
noon and it was amazing. I was like, I was on and
Wow.
off, awake and
Yeah.
asleep,
You
and
know
it
what?
ruled,
In
'cause I
New
was still
York, it
tired.
overwhelms me. I think I do have a thing. I don't know, like if it was instilled, like I don't know when it was instilled, but I get freaked out if I feel like I'm like behind.
yes, totally.
If like other people are
Yeah.
have been doing stuff,
Yes, totally.
and so New York is hard for me. I like don't really sleep when I'm in New York.
Right, because you're like, fuck, like
I
all
think
this
it's going
stuff.
on.
You're
Yeah.
susceptible to the energy of the city, though. Too.
Yeah, yeah.
To a crazy degree.
I get
Yeah.
it though. It's like you don't really want to be. It's different when you live there, but it's like if you're visiting, it's like I'm in New York. I can't be sleeping until
Well, yeah,
10.
yeah.
You're insane.
Yeah,
Right.
I've got to be out on the street.
To be
I have
honest,
to go see the newest exhibits.
I want
Oh
to
my God.
fall behind.
Yeah, it's nice to
I'm-
let yourself do
I wanna
that.
fall
but I'm
behind
also not so good
completely.
at that. And I wake up every morning stressed. I'm getting up at 10:30. I'm like, fuck. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ.
So you're not getting up and then like going and like sitting with your incense in your journal.
No, I wish.
You're-
Sometimes I am. Sometimes that's my vibe a little bit. And I really don't do much. Like, I don't know.
That's
Like,
so awesome.
my life is like easy because it's like now my livelihood is the
podcast.
podcast.
That's
And
literally amazing.
it's like so sick. And then I tutor
Yeah.
still sometimes.
Cute.
and
Whoa,
that's
what do you
what
tutor?
I do
Subject.
math and SAT and ACT.
Wow.
Oh my
Ah.
fucking
Yeah.
god!
If
Like what
anyone-
kind of math?
Your math head.
Like up until like calculus. And then I tap out.
Wow.
Wow.
And after that I,
I don't
say.
remember it.
I
Calc
don't
was
remember how to
really
do
difficult.
anything. One time we talked.
loved
we were
calculus.
you remember we were with your mom
Awesome.
one time at the
It's-
Oh my
beach,
god.
Yeah.
Poetic.
and we
Everyone was
talked
doing
about how
math.
to do. We were all trying to figure out how to do long division.
Long division.
Well, and also
yeah.
I was
Log
telling.
division is like couldn't be harder. It's
We
like
just couldn't
Thank you for
remember
that,
We
and I
couldn't
feel like
remember the
you're-
order of operations.
that's the most I ever struggled in math throughout all of like my schooling.
I feel
was
like you're just
long
trying to make
division.
us feel
No,
better.
genuinely. Once I was like trying to do it, I was like, I don't get it, and I was like
It
always
doesn't
like
make
good at
sense.
math, and so it was this like identity crisis, and I cried.
Yeah,
and I had to stay
for
in during
sure.
recess, and I made the teacher explain it to
I
me.
do love
I
math.
really-
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And calculus is so sick, and
I
it would
don't
come
remember
back.
calc that much.
If you
I
wanted
would
it
love.
to.
I would love. There's just something
It's
about.
just
There was something
rules.
really comforting about this. Like,
There's rules.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's nice. And
I
there's always
liked-
the rules. The rules make sense.
I'm so scared. I feel like on this podcast, I often sound like an actual.
Dummy.
No, Katie's
Idiot.
very,
Well,
very
no,
smart.
Not to me.
I'm stupid.
But I was gonna say like
Dumb.
I don't know if this is real. Obviously, math
Mhm.
comes from like things in the world, but it to me is like a made up world.
Well, yeah.
I mean, a little bit.
There's
yeah.
a certain extent. Well, as if you keep going
So-
really far into
so
math
is
and
everything.
science, things do. There are rules that
But
we've made up that don't.
like. I
Right.
didn't like
check out.
biology
Mhm.
because I was like, this is yucky and like imperfect.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
And
right.
I like math because I'm like, It is what it
We
is
came
what
up
it
with
is.
this. Well, there is this,
but everything is made up.
but biology
is
less.
based on like
Like we saw it,
actual
yeah.
slippery
Yeah. There's
squids
this thing
and
in
stuff.
math is math discovered or invented?
Yeah.
And it's like kind of a
Yeah.
philosophical question a little bit.
Yeah.
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 And then
Okay,
the
so I'm actually a philosopher. Is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
By the way, yes.
But
no
isn't
one
it
ever told me leaving was the easy part.
I guess
philosophy
would
101?
science be the only thing that's kind of like
I would say science is culturally informed. The argument that would be emerging now is that science is heavily culturally informed and not
but then
objective at all.
what isn't culturally informed?
Nothing. Everything is
Shoot.
Yeah,
everything is made up.
Right.
I want to wake up every morning with the energy so good that it has you jumping out of bed that not even coffee could do.
Whoa. How would you do that?
I have an
I
idea.
don't know, but I think Katie's habits might enlighten doing something that could do what's more than coffee could ever do.
Yeah, something about when you said that it was something that was more than coffee could ever do. It sprung me into action, into my mind, into thinking of some product that for me has been more than coffee could ever do, which was AG1.
Whoa.
And I landed, and I stuck the landing.
Absolutely. We've been working on improving all of our hells, and part of that is drinking AG1 every morning.
I have been working on improving my hell and turning it into
Hells.
something like heaven
Hells.
through
Hells?
through sprinkling a magical green powder into all the gaps in my nutritional routine.
So, if you want to be a little angel instead of a naughty little devil and going to hell,
there's
Start
one
using
product
AG1
that you can start using, and that's
for
AG1.
guaranteed entrance into heaven.
Only if you suck it all down with one gulp of water.
gulp.
To make sure you're getting all the necessary vitamins and minerals that you might be missing with the little food that you're eating.
That's called gulping it down Katie style. Starting your journey with AG1 is a win. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs
Whoa.
with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/gayotic. That's drinkag1.com/gayotic.
Check it out.
Check it out.
And but
There
the
are
purpose
a
of
set
school.
of there are a
I'm
set
with
of rules with math. Like
Yes.
when you do the thing, it's like you go to do the problem. There's a rule for that problem.
Yeah.
But then when you get
Which
into
is
like
comforting.
quantum mechanic math, then
Well,
everything's
that's kind of when
fucked.
I tapped out in college because at a certain point, I was always good at math in like the following the rules, but I never could do like contest math where you have to be kind of creative. And I was like, well,
God,
you
I
didn't
can't even
tell
imagine.
me you didn't tell me how to do it, so I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
to get like at the higher level, like math is like really creative and
That's so interesting. I
Yeah.
never thought about it like that.
yeah. have
But
a
I do
friend
feel like
who
there's
is,
something about like the kids who were really good and excelled at math, like
Mhm.
were curious beyond like the average student in the sense that they weren't just trying to understand how to do one problem. They were trying to understand like the underlying
Yeah.
rules of how it all was gonna go.
To me, it's a good example of the thing of how like so much comes down to just like attention. Like skill
Yes.
comes down to
Yeah.
attention and like what you want to focus on and what you want to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Where like there's all these things where I'm like, I could do that if I like paid attention to it. And it's like,
Totally.
but you can't pay attention to it. So
Yeah.
you can't do it. Like,
Yeah.
like, and there's so many.
Just accept what you're drawn to.
Right, exactly. Like this came up because I have a few friends who are really good at like house projects. Like they know how to like change a light switch, change the like ceiling fixture, like to do all the sanding. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, and I used to think that
You
it's
were
like
gonna say change a light bulb.
change a light bulb. It'd be funny if I didn't know how to do that, but I can do that.
I do love that.
Yeah, I can figure that one out. But it's like that's the kind of thing where I'm like, okay, I thought you had these like skills that I just didn't know, but then you watch them do it. You're like, oh, you literally are just like intuiting it and then kind of YouTubing stuff when you don't know how it
YouTube.
works.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm like, oh, so I could do that. I just don't want to.
Yes.
Like I don't want to be like figuring it out. I'm
oh
not
my
interested.
God, that's
I think
huge.
about that
Yeah.
all the time where it's like, is something worth my money or is it worth my time?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
exactly.
I think that is how life actually is.
Huge
Yeah.
adult
And
lesson.
all
It depends on
Right,
how
totally.
simple
The
something
task
is to
is.
figure out.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I've been really going through it with dealing with a tankless water heater.
Oh.
It's really been pissing me off.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, brother.
Tankless is hard.
dude?
It also
will
might not be
make
it
your
might not be
water-
big enough for the house.
It will all the previous owner said that in the years they lived there, they didn't experience what we're experiencing. I'm not kidding. At
Wait, is
every other day,
Mhm.
there is an error code that I've looked up. See, this is like I'm in the weeds.
Yeah,
like,
you're in the weeds.
shower.
No,
Cold water in the
no,
middle of the
no.
shower.
No hell.
Like, and then all that you need to do is go out. I've literally looked up the error code. People are like, yeah, this is super common with this brand of water heater.
Right.
You just have to go outside wet,
No.
go like this, turn it off,
No.
turn it back on, and it's fine.
It is cool when you have that kind of problem and you solve it.
Yeah.
Like that
Oh my God,
feels
it's
really good.
such a good high.
When you're just like, you know what? Like there's some numbers showing up. Like, and when I do remember kind of learning that you can almost Google anything
You can.
and then like kind of figure it out. But
Yeah.
sometimes I like
Don't want
I just
to.
don't do it or like I lose the attention.
Yeah. And you have to be fine with failing.
Yeah, and the
Like,
guy I'm
I fail
seeing
all the
is
time.
really good at that. Like he is amazing. He can fix legit anything.
Yeah.
That's hot.
It's
That's
actually
really-
so
no, it's really
fucking hot
hot.
and cool. It's like
yeah.
and
Made me
literally
feel
I'm like,
safe.
babe.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. No, he does amazing home projects.
So cool.
Who was your first like crush that was like not in your school, but
Mhm.
like someone where you were like
hmm
hot,
Not in
From
my
the-
school?
like from the media?
Oh.
It is
Or a
funny though. I
cartoon
feel like that was a
character.
classic. Like, I have a girlfriend you don't know her. She goes to another school, kind of thing. Like,
Mhm.
she
Yeah,
did-
yeah.
Mm.
Who was someone who wasn't at your school that you?
That you
We're
went out
totally
with.
hooking
Yeah.
up
I
with.
don't know.
It
like
can
a
be like from when you were a little kid too,
Yeah,
like
like
that you're
a
just
celebrity-
fascinated by.
You know, okay, this is like not quite answering the question, but I actually think it'll be satisfying and I think you and your audience is going to love it.
Okay.
I know where you're gonna
Yes.
go. I think.
Let's go.
I don't know if you do.
No, I think I do.
Okay, and you
Okay,
tell
let's
me.
see.
When I was a kid, I always loved tomboys as a
Okay,
kid. I
yeah.
was really like that.
Wow.
I was really, really drawn to them. And I remember as a kid, my dad had this VHS that was like a women's windsurfing competition.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like
I knew it was
yeah.
gonna be a girl.
addicted to it. I was like, and I remember one time my dad was like having people over to watch a movie and they were like talking about what movie to choose. I was like, oh my
Women's
God,
windsurfing.
like, I know what we should watch,
Guys.
like the women's windsurfing competition. And my dad was like, I don't think so. And I was like, what? Like, you don't want to watch like the women's
Yeah.
windsurfing competition? I remember there were two women named Sandy. It was like Sandy F, Sandy R. Like, I just loved it. I just loved it. I was always
Wow.
so drawn. And to me, I'm like,
sporty girl.
yeah, I was like something about that, something about the like gender deviance,
Yeah,
the light gender
for
deviance. I was
sure.
like, I'm listening.
What
Like,
about now? Does it translate
That's
or
really
not?
yeah, I mean,
cute.
not as much actually.
Disappointing.
I know, but I like sporty girls. But it's like it's not so tomboy. Like I'm really loving women's gymnastics.
I was gonna say, are you watching?
Wait,
the
oh my
Olympics?
God,
Yeah.
wait,
Big
wait,
time,
wait.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we can get into it.
not like who's your favorite, but like what?
What am I feeling?
Yeah.
You know what? My favorite moment of the Olympics so far was Sunisa Lee's first tumbling pass.
I love her.
No, I know. I think she's
I'm
amazing.
so proud of her.
She's
Aw.
fucking
you know,
gorgeous.
Yeah, you were talking
she's
about
been
it.
on dialysis.
I know.
She's had a lot of health
She's
things.
had a lot of health stuff, and she didn't think she was gonna make it
I
even on the team.
know.
And she like, it just is cool because
so
she was
cute.
like competing for third place
I
with these two
know.
other girls.
I know.
Last thing that the floor routine and the announcers were saying about her, and I really respect this and think this is so fucking like sick and hot. Is they were like, she's kind of like she knows how to lock in, like, and you could see her like when she's getting ready
Yeah.
for it. There's a camera on her, you can't see her, but you see her like mouthing to herself. She's like, "You got this. Last one, make it count." Like
Her
and she's
face
cool.
when
Like,
she
Coaching
stuck
herself.
and she
Her face
sticks.
when she stuck it, she immediately she does a flip, and when she lands and sticks it, she's like,
Huge beaming smile.
It's unbelievable.
and it's just gorgeous. Like she completely
she
sticks
knew.
it. I have
Wait,
chills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting chills on my
know.
skull.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
Fucking,
a stitch of the Olympics.
I love her.
It's amazing. I really like her.
Yeah, I love
I
my
also
girlfriend's
love
obsessed with
this.
gymnastics,
Yeah.
so we
it's
watch it all.
It's just affirming. Like I love getting confirmation of like the fact that people really do want to see other people
Do
like
well.
win
Yeah,
and
and
achieve
try.
their dreams.
Totally.
Totally.
Like
Yeah.
we'll
so they give
settle
it-
for.
Yeah.
They give it to us at the Olympics so that we can't
revolt.
have it in real life.
Mhm, yeah.
Shut up.
It's
Come
the,
on.
it's the truth. That they literally
So that we can't because we can't achieve our dreams.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, well, okay,
because
yeah.
we live in hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
touche.
actually astute.
That's definitely the truth. I mean,
Definitely, there is something of
also
like,
it's-
look,
Yeah, look.
they're doing so well.
Yeah.
But it is
Your
amazing
dreams
to
are
see
possible,
people be
not.
really good at stuff. I mean, like Simone Biles, it's amazing to watch someone
Unreal.
who's just
It's
like,
unbelievable.
and it's kind of cool. And everybody talks. They're like, yeah, so she's like completely superlative, like totally the best, undeniable.
Yeah.
And it's like, so yeah, she's doing her thing, and you're like, great, rock out.
Yeah,
Also
I didn't
see-
I
understand
love
that
it.
she was on a level where she was like doing tricks that no one else
Yeah.
She
can
has,
even do.
she has, I think, 9 tricks that are tricks.
Yeah.
She has 9 tricks
No,
that
no, I
are,
mean,
that
I
are
know what
named,
they're
I
called.
think,
An
named
ollie,
after
yeah.
Ollie
skate
and
stuff.
Ollie. Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
she
she
actually
actually
did-
skateboarding in
I
the
know.
Olympics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She didn't win. She didn't
She
medal
got
in
sil-
beam, and she got silver in floor. It was the first time she'd ever not won.
That girl from Brazil?
Brazil. And she's also
Yeah.
amazing, Rebecca
Yeah.
Andrade, who, by the way,
Yeah.
like crazy background, grew up in the favelas, like
Damn.
had 8 siblings, you know,
Yeah.
Simone,
Yeah.
but all 3, Sunisa,
Mhm.
Simone, and what was her name again?
Rebecca.
Well, Simone was in foster care as a
Yeah.
kid,
No,
and
they-
then Sunisa's like, I love a comeback story.
Yeah, I know.
Naomi, so all you have to do is be superhuman.
By the
Right.
way,
Right,
I,
exactly.
I like. Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, but I'm not saying I don't fucking like
All
it.
you have to do is beat all the impossible odds.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like continue believing in the American dream
Yeah.
propaganda,
It's
but
not
it's also
even-
totally real. Like for
Right.
them, it is.
Yeah, it
complete-
is real
Like
for
watching.
Well,
Watching
it's
Sha'Carri
earnestly
Richardson
beautiful.
run.
Oh, I love Sha'Carri
Yeah,
Richardson.
I mean,
Is
it's
like
unbelievable.
unbelievable. The 2 shots I saw, one of her like competing to qualify for the Olympics, and a shot of her family, and it's like all her family just going like,
So beautiful.
Oh,
I
man.
do-
please, please,
It's
please,
earnestly
please.
beautiful,
like
but
praying, and then
also-
she wins, and they all just go crazy. It's like it's truly beautiful. It's
But
like
their
so amazing.
images, you're saying, like, will be exploited.
Yes, absolutely. But so will anyone's success. Really,
I know
ultimately.
this is a
Yeah.
thing that I'm like allowing myself to indulge in.
You
No,
can
I
absolutely.
think-
I'm
I
not.
think
There's
it's
no
also
shame
nice
at all.
because it's like you think about a little kid seeing this, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I saw some bullshit like that as a kid, and it made me
Yeah.
want to try.
I think
so
it's
I
been-
think I think the negative things, the merit outweighs because I do think it fills people with hope, and we all need it at
I
this
also
point.
love like and this is mostly women, but I'll take it in a man too or whoever. But like when a woman really knows she's really good at something.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
And I love
It's
like there's
cool.
all these pictures of like Sha'Carri Richardson when she wins the races.
Unbelievable.
Like
Yeah, and
she's
she's
like
just like-
knowing she's
I
like
know.
last moment in the race, she does
like,
like kind of a
totally,
fun thing, like a
totally.
boomerang basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Totally.
And it's
No,
like
so
Simone Biles
sick.
will do that too. She'll like land something and she's like, yeah, so yeah, I did that.
No, it rules. It's so awesome.
so
Thank you
sick.
for being an ally in that way.
Should we do? I have a that's right. Let's do the gymnastic events.
Can you go first or it's my job?
So it's high bar.
That might have to be for you too, because I
Low
don't
Okay,
really
bar.
know.
you don't have
High
to.
bar, low bar,
No.
beam.
It's beam,
No,
beam,
no, there's-
uneven bars.
Yeah, uneven. I guess I'm thinking.
floor and
I'm
vaults.
thinking of
yeah.
men's. I watch a lot of men's.
Yeah.
Is floor
So
when they go.
floors.
Yes.
Floor is
Yes.
flips. Floor is like doing like
Floors, flips,
tumbling.
and like gay dancing.
It's,
Yeah.
and it's also like.
Yeah.
Beam is when they're on the thing that's like the big chunky thing, and they're like doing flips on that, but that you have the balance.
I have beef with the
Uh,
beam.
what is it?
No, I don't like it.
Uneven bars is when they're going from beam to like
I have a
pole to
clear
pole.
ranking for the 4 of them.
And then what am I missing? Vaults is when they're running and they
Running and
jump
they
on the
vault.
thing and then they do a flip.
Yeah. Okay.
Pole vault.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I see. I'm
wait,
lost.
Wait, did you see the pole vault guy with the penis?
Yeah.
His literally didn't win because his dick was too big.
Yeah.
His dick knocked the pole
Legend.
over.
Which is funny to me because I'm like, wouldn't like,
How?
I'm like, that's like
Strap it
not
in.
random. Like it's like that's the form of it. Like I'm surprised that
Right.
that's the first time that happened, and that it's
Maybe-
like, bro, this is the Olympics. Like
Tuck.
just talk. Like if this matters to you that
maybe
much, like,
the excitement gave him a chub.
totally.
Oh, didn't consider that.
Right.
Okay, so it's uneven
It's-
bars.
Yeah. It's uneven
beam,
bars, beam, vault,
floor.
and floor.
Okay.
Okay. This
Now
is
wanna
my
go
ranking.
first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it really clear.
I love that you do. I am ready.
Vault, floor, uneven bars, beam. I like vault because vault is like it's concise and it's concentrated and it's like really intense, like really dramatic, right? And I kind of like okay, then floor I like because I just like tumbling. Like I think that's and that's where you get like kind of the biggest jumps and flips. And like these really long, elegant lines of you know, I love Simone's, I think it's like her last pass. She does, I think it's the Biles where she does like a full layout with a half twist. Okay.
I love that you know.
I love Allie Raisman's in 2016.
She's great.
Yeah. I think she's like, she has like this really cool, intense one. Anyway, And then
love that.
even bars, I just don't quite get, like, I just don't totally understand what makes it good or what not, but it's quite elegant to see and it's very impressive.
Yes.
And Beam is like so stressful. I don't like watching them.
hate Beam.
It's like they're so stressed. They're always falling off it. It's
No.
like, this sucks.
Yeah,
like, it's
I
too
agree.
hard.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Uneven bars.
Whoa. You're wanting to watch them fly.
Well, it's because also I love Sunisa or Suni.
Okay.
She's
But
very good at it.
I didn't know it could be so beautiful until I saw her do it. It's very artful.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Romantic.
I'm so proud of her. I love
Oh,
it.
she's amazing.
I've been watching this. No, we've been watching since like qualifiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Likewise.
kinda
Wait, I
fun.
watched the all around women's final.
Yeah, we did too.
On the way to the airport, like literally,
God.
I was like on my phone in the security
That is
line,
fun.
like
I love that.
like trying to make sure the timing was such that like the commercial would line up with when it was going through. Literally, like started watching
I love
again,
that.
put it down, put my shoes on, like I was locked the fuck in. I
love
didn't want to
it.
miss a second.
I'm not. My girlfriend's so intense about it, but like if she's watching it, I'm down to like
Yeah,
go there.
I love Kalia Namor, who's the French Algerian gymnast, and she won gold in uneven bars. She's totally amazing, and there was this drama because don't know why, but she was kicked off the French team and not allowed to compete.
I know why.
Yes, can you tell me?
Yeah.
Is it because she's Algerian and they were like,
No, so
okay.
she's French, but basically all of the any French Olympian that wanted to compete for gymnastics would have had to train in a certain gymnastics training facility.
That's kind of fun.
And hers that she has gone to forever is less than a mile away from her home. And she's like, well, I don't need to do this. And there was so much red tape bureaucracy back and forth about that she ended up switching her nationality to Algerian.
Good. Good for her.
Because her dad's
dad's
grandparents are Algerian because she wanted to be able to train where she wanted to stay. She wanted to stay home and be
Right.
with her coaches.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Totally.
And France tried to like block it a couple times. Like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a whole thing.
It was a whole thing, and then
Wow.
she won in Paris for the Algerian
Yeah, you
I love
team.
punk ass
that.
bitches.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's
Yeah.
pretty tight.
I love
Yeah.
it.
She's
So-
17. It's crazy.
Algeria defeating
amazing.
France
Yeah.
is something we love
I know,
to see.
everybody's
Yeah,
rooting for that
absolutely.
exact
We
turn of
love
events.
to see it.
Yeah.
So uneven bars, vault,
Mm-hmm.
floor,
Yeah.
Beam.
beam. I
Beam.
fucking hate beam.
Yeah, beam.
I hate
It's
the
like
way
it
it sounds.
sucks.
It makes
Yeah.
me want to vomit.
Yeah.
Why
Dunk,
put
dunk.
floor third?
I like for some reason like it's just I like it's like I really like men's gymnastics and I just like the things where it's like yeah
It's a little less frilly. Yeah.
it's just but I do you know what shout out to Jordan and how you know that she performed to Beyonce.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She did a Beyonce.
I love
Yeah,
that
that's
and she
good.
just
Do,
wanted
do, do,
Beyonce
do,
to see it.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
her
that's
dream.
Oh,
Kill
that's,
me.
that's really cute.
It's
Yeah.
really
sweet.
sweet.
You want to go?
I don't have a ranking, but I'm going to ask some quick clarifying
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So the video of the very young girl with a broken ankle from the
What?
1980s.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Who-
Mary Lou Retton? No.
No, but you're close. It's like
It's Carrie Strug. Carrie Strug.
Thank you, Carrie
Yeah.
Strug.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that you know.
What,
Bro,
what
I'm in
event?
it,
What
like-
event is that?
That's vault.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She vaulted with a broken ankle.
Dude, it's
Yes.
actually really fucked up. And
It's actually totally fucked up.
It
But like,
ended her career.
Yeah.
It's like so brutal. But she did something amazing. Like
yeah.
on a broken ankle. It's so
yeah,
brutal.
and it ended up being like they didn't even need it. But
Yeah.
like it was such an iconic moment that like she definitely got like a bunch of I mean, she became like a huge
Like,
also
star.
My thing with gymnastics,
she
which I think
couldn't
is
do it again.
interesting, is for years it was so dominated by like Eastern Europeans
Yeah.
and Soviet, like it was like Romania
Yeah, it's
and
very
the USSR.
Russia, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then like in the 80s, Cold War stuff.
They were like, America needs to be good.
yeah, exactly. Like, so I
Yeah.
think there was this investment in it.
There
and
was.
Yeah, there
now
was.
this, like, the fact that, like, the American women in particular dominate,
Yeah.
I think is, like, a vestige. It's like a Cold War vestige, I
that's
think.
so
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Well, the Cold War is just continuing
Right,
now
exactly.
and
The-
And by the way, the
Never-ending.
becoming
reason
hotter and hotter.
it would have been maybe more competitive, but Russia was barred from the Olympics this
Yeah,
year.
totally.
Yeah.
So, like, and they weren't competing.
Did you watch that documentary about the Russian
Doping?
Doping.
No. Is that why they were barred, or was it because of Ukraine?
I think
It's because
I thought it was because of the doping stuff. They're like suspended for a certain
well, I
amount of
thought they
time
were
or something.
barred because of Ukraine, but I thought they were not allowed to compete. Like, I don't think are there any Russian athletes allowed to even compete this
No, I
year?
don't think so.
But previously they were allowed to compete, but not under Like, I can't fucking remember. I feel like I'm fucking this shit
I can't
up.
get it. I'm not
But
going to
not
go into
under the
it.
name of Russia, I thought.
I can't go into it, but I'm going to say it's crazy that Russia's barred and other
I know.
countries aren't.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Totally.
Such as
Totally.
maybe even America, arguably.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what
That
I
shit
mean? It's
insane.
like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's not pretend that it's
Right.
about some kind of
Can
moral
we
thing.
Google why Russia is barred? Just to
Do
clarify.
you want me to do this just to wrap us off?
I
Yeah.
like that one, and that's all I'll say. I like I like the gay
It's 'cause of
dancing.
the war.
It's because of the war?
Yeah.
Guys,
I mean, whatever. It's like.
Can you
I roll
fucking-
into the next
I
fucking
know.
universe.
Yeah.
Just whatever, but I mean, not whatever, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, insane.
Just like hilarious how everything is.
Well, it's manufactured consent.
It's manufactured consent. I'm rereading manufacturing consent. It's really fucking it's got me
Chomsky.
fucked up.
Totally.
Totally.
Thought so. That's probably Chomsky, I'm guessing. Yeah. Just like I expected.
I'm reading one with an updated forward, and it's
Yeah.
it's intense. It's really
It's really good.
it's really crazy. Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add on
No,
your
that's
rank,
really all
or
I have.
That's it?
I like the
Period.
gay. I watched some Floor, and I like their little gay dances that they do in
thought
between
you
the
were
big
saying
tricks.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna start.
That's what I
I was
thought.
gonna start with. My my
you talking
number
about
one is
men's?
floor
Mhm.
because I like the dances. I think they're
Oh,
funny.
the women's dance, like the actual
Well, the
dance.
Yeah,
men
they're
don't
kinda
have to
like-
dance,
Well, the
and they
men,
don't
the
do it to
men
music.
only do the thing at the end. They're like,
Yeah,
Right.
Josette also did like the jump to the corner, which is funny.
Yeah.
Kelly.
There's just
Kelly
like
loves
funny
that.
things
Yeah,
about
that's
floor.
cute. Yeah.
I love it.
I like that they have a little personality.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Simone
Yeah.
Biles always has the like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
yeah,
cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
It's
maybe uneven bars. Vault is third because I'm just like somebody who, when the pressure of a
Mhm.
sport is too condensed,
Yeah, that's stressful.
it's harder for me to watch.
Yes, totally.
And that just feels like really condensed.
Yes.
Gymnastics
sorry.
is scary
But
in general.
the beam
Yeah.
I hated, and I need them to make the beam wider.
Yeah.
Make
It's
it
like, you know
wider.
what might make this a little easier?
If it's
Hi.
a little bit wider, because all the Olympians are falling off of it.
Right.
So how about we increase that?
Right. Hi, let's widen it.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
I'm
I
sure they'd
hate
still
it.
be bobbling.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
they're fully falling off.
Right. It's too much.
I watched one night of this with Joe and Kelly, but it's like
Who's the glasses guy?
Steven something.
Steven
Pommel
Netterazi.
Horseman.
On Pommel Horse.
Pommel Horse. Thank
so
you.
yeah, he's interesting. He's a specialist, so he only does that event.
He's so cute.
And he naps, right?
Yes.
He just vibes
Same.
until
That's really cool. I've never
Yeah.
seen. I
But-
haven't seen a stitch.
I'd be
but I've
so
seen the
nervous to
images.
do
Yeah,
that. It's
I
like,
know.
right, you're so right. Like, performing under pressure, condensed, is so hard.
But that's what the whole thing like
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, that's what their lives have been about. Which
Right,
is
literally
so
in one
intense.
moment. I
Yeah.
mean, gosh, I have more to say.
I know. I have one more thing to say. Did you watch the men's qualifiers, or are you more interested in
really
women's?
mostly? But I did watch the men's qualifiers, I think.
Where even
the team
though
finals?
he has different political beliefs, but like Brody Malone, who had like
Oh, yeah,
that, he shattered, or he tore his knee every way that you ever think he could. Cool. And like literally,
That's
and,
good.
and they didn't think he was
Sorry
going
to
to
laugh.
perform again, but then he won the men's all around.
And then he was like, MAGA for life, bitch.
Yeah,
Kinda.
yeah.
Fuck.
It's
Damn.
so good to have you on this podcast, and I was mindful of you putting back
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
yeah.
shoes.
I
and
like
so
you
I'm
guys
kind of
putting back your
mirroring
shoes.
you.
Yeah,
It's just
the
to
end.
like
End it.
signal
That's
that.
fun.
Yeah, it's kind of
Well,
cute.
you know what? The only urgency I feel to leave is that I need to go to the bathroom.
That
And that's
100
all I
so
have.
true.
I have a
and
lot of Googling to
I
do.
totally agree.
Yeah.
So we
Wait,
can't-
but this has been so fun. Thank you so much for having me. I had a
Thank
blast.
you for coming on.
Thanks for coming
I
on.
can't
We'll
believe
do
this
it
is the
again.
first time we've ever spoken.
I know, it's cool. And I'll say this.
So cool.
I can't believe you guys are like an amazing band and you have a podcast.
Can you
Wow.
believe
Can you
we
believe-
Amazing
choose to do
band.
this?
Totally.
Bad podcast.
It should speak. You know what it should speak to is the state of the music industry.
And by the way, like totally.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Love y'all, and I love you, Katie.
Love
and
you
I can't wait
guys.
for more.
Love you guys. I love myself. I can't wait for more, and the more is coming.
You're gonna have to do this. I love you guys. I live only in the future, never the present. Fuck the present.
Kind of
Love
not
you,
really same.
Josette.
hmm Love you guys. Can't wait for more and the more is coming.
Yeah.
And
And
You love yourself.
and I love myself. Thank you. Thank you.
That was a Headgum podcast.